Okay then. This is my second attempt recording this because the previous version I didn't record any audio, so I'm gonna do this again. This is a long time in the making. This is my top 5 favorite and my top 5 least favorite drivers in NASCAR. Kicking off at number 5 might be a controversial one, but it's Bubba Wallace. I want to state this clear, as I said in my previous version that didn't record any audio. I have nothing wrong with Black Lives Matter. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's great what they're doing, and I feel like all people should be happy. But the reason I don't like Bubba Wallace is he's a bit whiny sometimes. It's just, whiny drivers, I just don't like them. But then you might be thinking, oh wait, Tony Stewart was whiny all the time. For a reason. He was for a reason. He's telling the truth. Tony Stewart he didn't let NASCAR bother him. He just went ahead and said it. But Bubba Wallace is just the All-Star race. Yeah, that one got to me a lot with the bumper and stuff. I get that Front Row Motorsports gave that away for charity and stuff, which was great. And yeah, Bubba Wallace has just never been a favorite of mine. Next up, Matt DiBenedetto. Matt DiBenedetto is an obvious reason to win. Is an obvious reason for this list. I feel like if DiBenedetto doesn't get a win this year, I don't think he'll be a top ride. But if he does get a win, which I hope he does in the Daytona 500, I think he's a likely spot for a top ride. I'm not sure which top ride he might go to. If Almarola's contract is up after this season, I don't know if it is. Dang it. Stupid notifications. Yeah, DiBenedetto needs to get a win this year. I predict he'll win the 500. If not, Denny Hamlin could do it again for 3 in a row. Number 4, least favorite, Quinn Houff. We need a nickname for his wrecking because we had Wrecky Spinhouse. What do we have for Quinn Houff? I don't know what we have for Quinn Houff. Yeah, he's a wreck. He wrecks a lot. I don't know why Starcom hired him again. Re-signed him again for 2021. But Quinn Houff, I don't like him. Houff, yeah, I don't really have that many words on Houff. He wrecks a lot. He cost Christopher Bell a good shot at Texas. Or I don't know if Bell was a lap down or not at the time, but Houff just made that absolute boneheaded move. And yeah, I didn't like that. Next one, 4th favorite, Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski has severely matured since 2014. He's gotten in less fight. He hasn't been in a fight since 2015, I think it was, with Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano. I honestly thought that Brad Keselowski would have left Penske after this season, but he is on a 1-year deal. Not sure I know that's not what Brad would have wanted, but it's a ride. Nonetheless, it's a top ride. But, yeah. Brad, Brad has severely matured this last few years. And, one reason why he's my 4th favorite. 3rd least favorite, J.J. Yaley. I've never liked Yaley. Even when he was teammates with Tony Stewart, I never liked Yaley. He always wrecked. He never finished in the top 10, except for that one race in Charlotte in 2007, where Casey Mears got the win. But I have excluded retired drivers from this list. So Jimmie Johnson, Tony Stewart, Carl Edwards, Dale Jr. will not be on this list. Otherwise, they'd be in the top 5 favorites. But Yaley's just... I don't like him. Yeah. Third favorite. Bacon Lad, Eric Almarola. Eric Almarola, in my opinion, is underrated. He doesn't win often. His last win was 2018 Talladega. But Eric Almarola. I feel like he's a top contender for the Daytona 500 as well as Denny Hamlin and Matt DiBenedetto. They're good picks to win the Daytona 500, but Eric Almirola is just skilled in general. Last season was... I thought he could win last season, but he didn't. The amount of top 10s he had last year, though. My goodness me, though. That's a lot of them. And, yeah. Another reason. Bacon tastes good. I like bacon. And I think I just summoned Eric Almirola to the chat. Or the comment section. I don't know. Next up, second least favorite is Kyle Busch. Many reasons why I have him in the least favorite section, but he's not my least favorite driver. I think you'll know who that is in a bit. But, yeah. Kyle Busch. I don't like him. He's not a good driver. Well, he is a good driver. I just don't like his personality and the way he races other people. But he's a very much a crybaby when he doesn't win. He's just... I'm pretty sure Kyle is a nice person in real life. But, you know... I just don't find his driving style to be my type. It's just, yeah. Anyways, second favorite. His teammate, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin is a great driver. I don't understand all the hate for Denny Hamlin, but, yeah. Denny Hamlin is a fantastic driver, knows his way around Pocono, which we have the doubleheader at later in the year. And I think earlier in the year he tied Jeff Gordon in most Pocono checkered flags and stuff. So Denny Hamlin is a clear favorite to win a lot of races next season. The question is, when can he win a championship? We've been asking that question for about 14 to 15 years now. It's just, when will he get it? He's basically the next Mark Martin. A lot of wins, a lot of talent, a lot of experience, yet no championship. Denny Hamlin, he needs to get a championship one of these days. Hamlin could be a contender for the championship this year, but, yeah. And now for the 8 honorable mentions, I have Alex Bowman, Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Michael McDowell, and Timmy Hill. Timmy Hill is not number 1 because I hadn't really heard of him before the iRacing Pro Invitational. And that's when I decided to like Timmy Hill. He is good at iRacing. Michael McDowell, he's on here, but he's on here because he's an underrated driver. He's in my top 10 favorites, but I predict that Michael McDowell could get a win this season. Probably at one of the road courses or maybe a super speedway. I don't know. But I feel like McDowell could get a win this year. It's not out of the question. Front Row Motorsports equipment is getting gradually better over the season as the seasons go on. I think he finished 24th last year. Chase Elliott isn't number 1 because... Well, I find he is a little overrated, but I don't hate him, but yeah. Kevin Harvick is on the honorable mentions because, well, he didn't win the championship. Chris Buescher is on here. I find he is underrated. Martin Truex Jr. is on this list. He only got a win last year. Alex Bowman's on this list. He is proven he can win races and compete. I think that's another reason he was a top contender for the 48 car. And Austin Dillon's on this list because Austin Dillon, I don't know. And finally, well, for the least favorite driver, I'll let you take a guess. Okay, guess over. It's Joey Logano. My God, I hate Joey Logano. Ugh. He is by far my worst driver. I get he has wins and a championship that he doesn't deserve, but still, there are many reasons I hate Joey Logano. Many reasons I hate him. But, his altercations with Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch. How many fights is this guy? Denny Hamlin is another one, a few times at least. Bristol 2013. Martinsville 2019 fall, the night race. No, the evening race, I guess. Yeah, that was just embarrassing for Joey. He's gotten into way too many altercations with drivers. More than Brad. More than Kyle Busch. So many altercations. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about Joey Logano anymore. Let's head over to my favorite driver for 2021. It is basically the next Tony Stewart, Chase Briscoe. Briscoe is basically the next Tony Stewart. Not basically, he is the next Tony Stewart. I feel as though Briscoe could have a breakout season in the Cup Series next year. He could get a couple wins, one of them which would presumably be the Indianapolis Road Course, because he won there over the year. Briscoe is a contender for the wins, contender for wins. He will make the playoffs, no doubt about that. And, yeah, Briscoe, his 9 Xfinity wins last season. 9. That is just something you don't hear of that often. 9 Xfinity wins from a regular and not Kyle Busch. That is just fantastic. Yeah. Anyways, those are my favorite and least favorite drivers heading into next year. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see you in whatever I decide to upload next. Bye-bye.